Yes, sir. Me and another engineer have made the most inescapable prison.
If you put him there, can he escape?
Absolutely not. Unless he has a small army of, like, 10 withers. But we both know that he's alone.
Good. Very good.
Hades' Vault, the prison of legends, the prison of myths. You see, after Sven had built his master prison, the internet was flooded with escape tutorials, including mine. So Sven decided to double down on his prison. He hired another redstone mastermind, and together they built this behemoth of a structure. It went from this to this. Just for comparison, this is the prison, and this little dot is me. It has double the redstone, double the security, double the elder guardians. Everything is chorus fruit proof, and even the guards can't break the prisoner out if they wanted to. All of this just to house one prisoner. All of this to protect such a tiny chamber. All of this, and believe it or not, I still found a way to escape. Alone. To begin, let's go back to Poseidon's vault. The prison was good, yes, but inescapable? No. But just as it had flaws, so did my escape plan. There were things that I didn't account for, and there were many different versions of this escape that I didn't show in my video because they weren't as dramatic as the main one. But out of pretty much all of the prison escape tutorials online, mine was the only one where you could escape alone. But unlike my old plan, this new one doesn't rely on the guards being stupid. If we take a look inside the prison, we can see how massively complicated it is. So let's dissect it piece by piece. Now the main cell and premise of this build is pretty much exactly like Poseidon's vault, which means that in turn we can escape from it exactly like last time, by smuggling in items. I'll get to that later. Like last time, the walls infinitely regenerate with cobblestone. You're underwater, you constantly have mining fatigue 3, and it takes you 4 hours to break a single block with just your fist. But now you don't get fed because it's on easy mode. If you're in normal, then a guard can come in and give you food by hand, and then be teleported out. But this time, the entry to the cell is a lot more secure, and a lot more rigorous. Sven didn't half-bake this new prison. It is remarkable how secure he made it. You start by going into the prison from a portal, and you end up in the main lobby area. This time, the lockers are closed off by netherite doors and can only be opened by a guard, and your items can only be unlocked using a keycard. Then you go into the first decontamination hallway. Already this is different than last time. This time, you and the guard are separated by a 3-block thick netherite wall that has windows that can shut if the guard feels like he is threatened. This eliminates all prisoner-guard contact and makes the guards practically unkillable. Once you enter the hallway, you set your spawn, and then you get killed. And then you go into this one-way door that will detect if 2 people are on the pressure plate. After that, you will get splashed with fire resistance and swim through a lava tunnel. And then you enter the second decontamination hallway, where you go through yet another kill check, and then you finally crawl through an even longer tunnel than before, and enter the cell. But that's just the beginning to this massive prison. Alongside the decontamination hallways, like I mentioned before, are guard observation hallways. They have windows that can be closed with the flip of a switch, and on the walls there are controls to all the kill checks, automatic doors, and lockdown buttons. As you may notice, the floors of the guard hallways are filled with water and soul sand. The guards are wearing soul speed and depth strider boots, which makes them move at almost a full sprint when walking. This water can be used for many things. It stops people from chorus fruiting inside, it stops explosions from destroying things, and if a prisoner gets inside, they will be slowed by the water, whereas the guards will be twice as fast. And if there's more than one guard, then normal guards can only access certain control rooms in the prison. The only guard that can access major rooms is the warden. The way they do this is by using key cards to unlock everything. This makes the entire guard force not able to break the prisoner out of the cell, and even if someone, somehow, got into the guard or warden chambers, the controls only work if there is a guard or warden there with their keycard. It is unbeatable. There also is another whole section to this build that lets visitors escape once done chatting with the prisoner, but my escape doesn't rely on that, so I won't cover it. The outside of the prison is like before: lava, water, obsidian all the way around. But there is another brand new feature that Sven and the Deaf Creeper have added into this prison that makes escape attempts extra difficult: lockdowns. A lockdown will get triggered if a guard or warden presses this button and will shut down the entire prison and make an annoying alarm sound. All doors are sealed, all portals shut off, and the conduit is deactivated so that the prisoner will drown. This lockdown can also be triggered by the prisoner or visitor breaking carpet in the lobby, breaking a block in the cell, or if more than one player is standing on this pressure plate. Or, believe it or not, if the bed is broken or slept in more than 3 times. Yes, they actually made it to where if the bed is interacted with more than twice, then there will be a lockdown. All of this is very impressive, Sven. A good challenge, but you're gonna have to try just a little bit harder if you want to imprison me. There it is. I've escaped many prisons in my day, but this... I better not psych myself out. Anyways, I'm supposed to be in there by evening, or else a guard is gonna take me by force. I'm gonna bring in this daylight detector and an efficiency 5 golden pickaxe. Since the cell is the same as last time, I need to smuggle in a block to stop one of the cobblestone generator modules from activating. Last time I used a sign, but you can actually use one of these 5 items: a sign, a trapdoor, a fence post, a fence gate, or a daylight detector. I chose the latter because out of all of these blocks, a daylight detector is the fastest to break. Now that could be the only block that I smuggle in, and I could escape that way. It would be safer, but it would also take over 4 hours to complete. However, I am feeling a little bit spicy today, so I'm also going to smuggle in an efficiency 5 golden pickaxe. Alright, let's go in. I'm gonna use some good old-fashioned social manipulation. If I come in with my netherite gear and weapons and potions, and then I put them in the locker or give them to the guards, then they'll be less likely to think that I smuggled anything in. Now I'm in the first decontamination hallway. This will be easy. You see, with all the security that the guards have made to protect themselves from me, they limited their vision significantly. So if I throw my items right in this corner, they won't be able to see them. But Mithridac, when can you throw the items into the corner without the guards seeing you? Well, actually, you see, this prison is made in a very convenient fashion as to where the guards have to turn all the way around to flip any levers and then turn all the way back around to see what I'm doing. So no matter what, there will be multiple moments when the guard has his back turned, and when it is, I will throw my items down. Then, I set my spawn and get killed. And when I respawn, I need to spam the 3 key and then hold the S and A keys, since I'm facing the bed when I respawn. This will ensure that the guards can't see when I pick up the items, even if they're looking right at me. Next comes the part where I walk through the golden pressure plate door and through the lava tunnel. There's no tricks here, but when I emerge on the other side, I need to be ready. This will be the hardest part of the smuggling to figure out. Because this door opens, you sleep in the bed, this door closes, and the other one opens. You get killed and then you spawn on the other side. But after some intense experimenting, I found a way to get my items to the other side. The guard will turn his back to open the door to the second bed chamber, and while he does, I need to throw my items at the very foot of the bed against the wall. They can't land on it or too far away or else this won't work. Then I tap the bed, let him close the door, and get killed. Now the items are glitching inside the bed, but the guard can't see them. When I respawn, I spam my 3 key again, and I automatically pick up the items. I did it. I made it through the kill checks. Now I approach my final destination, the cell. The first thing I do to escape the cell is absolutely nothing. I sit and wait. The warden probably has his eyes on me right now by doing the composter glitch, but I must wait for him to be satisfied that I am not getting out, and once I believe that he's off attending other prison matters, then I strike. There should be routine checks on me, I'm guessing every 30 minutes, but even if the guards checked on me the absurd amount of every 10 minutes, it would still give me enough time to break out, because my plan only takes 6. I take out my pickaxe and mine the block to the bottom left of the corner. This will take 2 minutes and is way faster than 4 hours. It takes 50 seconds for me to drown, so that means that even if the guard manages to see me halfway through breaking the block, they won't be able to drown me. However, it is highly unlikely that the guard manages to check on you and call a lockdown at the exact moment that you start breaking the block. Once I break the block, I quickly hotkey to my second slot and place the daylight detector, and then I swim inside of the little space. Like last time, breaking the block and blocking the piston doesn't sound the alarm, so if a guard hasn't actually went to the composter room to look at me, none of them will even know what's going on. But even if they do manage to check on me right as I break in, what are they going to do? Drown me? Then what I must do is break the bed and break the daylight detector. Once I do, then I will automatically get pushed back into the cell and it will trigger a lockdown, summoning all the guards to come and look at me. But you see, this is exactly what I wanted. They have all fallen into my trap. Triggering a lockdown automatically drowns me. The only way to stop it is if the warden goes all the way to this room and presses these 2 buttons. But why would the guards even want to stop the lockdown? They won't know that the bed is broken because they can't even see the bed. What it looks like to them is that I just broke a block and refilled it, and they need to kill me to make sure that I don't get out. But ironically, it's the exact opposite. Killing me has set me free.
What? No.